I'd like to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, Haggard Pharmacy. If your horse is struggling from ulcers from time to time, they've got some good news for you. Reline GI by Haggard has a new and improved formula, and scientific studies show that it definitely improves gut health. So what's new about Reline GI is made with a new beta-glucan that stimulates the immune system to work on targeted areas of horse's stomach. Plus, there's also a new price that can save you nearly $100 a gallon. Visit resolveit.com, RESOLVET.com, to learn more about the new Reline GI. A link will be in the description of this video.
We can't put on the show without it. We can have a nice facility. We think we do have a nice facility. We think we have a great crew, a great auction crew, and the staff behind it that put it on. But at the end of the day, it's about the horses that we get to sell. And then they have to perform on the track, and that's been happening year in and year out.
Yeah. And then on the racetrack, and you're doing better on the racetrack. It's been happening. Yeah, I mean, one after the next. I mean, if you look around on the TVs here, we're showing a bunch of horses that win bunch of graded stakes and champions and everything else that's come out of here. Kentucky Derby winners, short, long, grass, makes no difference in Japan. Welcome to Leading the Way, Hartley Derenzo, and here we are at the OBS Sales March annual 2-year-old training sale, but here we are at our mixer. OBS has been grateful enough to put on a mixer where we can mix together our agents and buyers and sellers together here, and with a thank you, a very much thank you. So today's guest is Tom Ventura, president of OBS Sales.
No, thank you. It's been a great night. Everybody's kind of getting in the mood for tomorrow. We got to put them in the mood to spend some money.
And they're going to spend it.
and I think that, the horses were able to show their stuff on the track, and now the last few days have been nice, been able to show themselves. So tomorrow we kick it off, and this was a good way to kind of push things off and get everybody in the right mindset.
Yeah, they all were waiting for it. Everybody was excited to kind of, come here and just kind of relax and kind of get the nerves out and get ready to raise their hand, hopefully. But we had a great breeze show all the way through, 800 horses safely across the ground with terrible weather in the beginning, and the track withheld it. So that was a big storm.
The racetrack has been good, but it really, at the end of the day, as much as you guys want to thank OBS, we have to return that thanks, because we can't put on the show without the horses.
Yeah.
And you guys bring us the stock. Hartley Derenzo has been doing it for a long time.
Oh boy.
And we go back.
Don't say how long. We're a little old here.
Exactly. But we go back to the days of Silver Charm and horses like that, and it's not a one-hit wonder. You're in this business for a long time for a reason. So. We appreciate you and all the consignors that bring these horses, because we can't put on the show without it. We can have a nice facility. We think we do have a nice facility. We think we have a great crew, a great auction crew, and the staff behind it that put it on. But at the end of the day, it's about the horses that we get to sell. And then they have to perform on the track, and that's been happening year in and year out.
Yeah. And then on the racetrack, and you're doing better on the racetrack. It's been happening. Yeah, I mean, one after the next. I mean, if you look around on the TVs here, we're showing a bunch of horses that win a bunch of graded stakes and champions and everything else that's come out of here. Kentucky Derby winners, short, long, grass, makes no difference in Japan. And Europe.
I mean, the one thing that's important is that the 2-year-old sales are a great source for quality horses, and they prove themselves at the racetrack at winning it at levels better than any other age group. And it's really because of a couple things, is that the 2-year-old sellers as a group are a great group of horsemen. They know how to pick out a horse to start with, then they know how to prepare that horse and get it ready for the racetrack and for what they have in front of them. So I think when the buyers come here, they can bid with confidence, because they have the talent behind them, that by the time they get the horse, they have a product that's nearly finished. They just have to put on the finishing touches and bring them to the racetrack, get them to good trainers, and then off they go. And, this area, Ocala, is just full with tremendous horsemen, veterinarians, blacksmith, the whole infrastructure is made Ocala what it is today. So, we're thankful to be a part of it. We're the centerpiece of the sales, but we're not anything without the people around us.
Well, I have to say congratulations to all of us because a lot of consigners and are all part of OBS as a big team and a big group for being the leading 2-year-old sales for over a decade. That's pretty
huge,
cool,
yeah.
on that. So I have to say congratulations to all the consigners, you, and the whole staff of OBS because it takes a team.
Yeah, no question.
It takes a team.
It's a constant work in progress, and we tweak things along the way to make it better and better for everybody.
Yeah.
But it's been a good ride for all of us.
It has.
And we want to stay on that ride for a while. And these people that buy these horses, they then take them to the next level, and then they prove themselves out, and that's the fun part, and then you guys go back and restock, and we start it all over again.
Start it all over again.
Get new ones.
Somebody asked us today, "My God, you're always in barn 5." I said, "It's been 31 years we've been in barn 5."
Yeah, we hate to admit it. In 31 years, it feels
31
I'd
years.
say it's 13, but reverse it
on that. But you know what? Though we're proud of that because we withstood all the storms that have come through, and economy goes up and goes down, and you just kind of ride it with it. And we all know that horse racing is a great, we call it the sport of kings on that. And, economy can affect a lot of things. But I guess the economy really never affects the great horses.
Yeah, and I think that the ability to kind of get through those bumps and get through the difficult times, it shows the quality that you're able to withstand all of those,
right?
Ups and downs. A little bit of the roller coaster ride that we go on. But this company started with 6 barns, and now amazing. We have 20 barns, and we have 850 horses here, 1,200 in the next sale, another 1,000 in the next sale, and so it's been a good run. And for the people, like Ocala Stud, which is right there in front of us,
oh my God.
they've been here since the very beginning.
Yeah, forefront, day one, right?
Exactly, and that's the other thing that maybe, some of the people that participate here that don't maybe understand is that not only do you and all the other sellers bring horses to the sale, but you're also preparing horses for the racetrack.
That's right.
Ocala Stud,
so
two-year-old, prepared two-year-old champions in the last 2 years.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just one example of many, how many consigners we have here that are tremendous horsemen and give those horses the foundation that they need to prepare and be successful at the track. So it's great. It's great to be a part of it.
This is where it starts.
Exactly.
Well, Tom, most of our viewers, not most, a lot of our viewers and listeners have no idea anything about the thoroughbred industry. And so, one of our missions for the podcast is to kind of expand the horizons for people who don't know anything about it, who would like to know about it, maybe have a lot of interest in it, but maybe a little too afraid to kind of step into it without knowing anything. So maybe with us always having a podcast, having different people on there, we can make them feel a little at ease that they can, get their toe wet, come in, meet somebody, maybe,
call an agent,
call an agent through a friend and get involved in the business, and to show them that this is a business that is a passion.
It is, and it could be intimidating, and that's why getting that kind of comfort level going in. But the one thing that I say that is very relatable to everybody, just about to the person, is that, well, what is it that you do? I said, well, it's a horse sale, but I said, this is a different type of sale, because not only do the buyers get to look at the bloodlines and get to look at what the horse physically looks like, they get to see him move on the racetrack.
See the ability.
I said, it is the NFL Combine for horses.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is very relatable to the man on the street that doesn't know anything about horses. And then we've had people come down here from Tallahassee, politicians that come by, and when you just put it in those terms, oh yeah, I get it now.
Yeah. Then they get it.
We're not competing directly against one another, because they're going single file down the lane against the clock. But ultimately, the big picture gives more information for the buyers.
Right. Yeah, and we want them to get to see the whole horse, so that's why pretty much they go single lane down there, and they can see the horses move and their legs and go through the conditions. Sometimes those headwinds, tailwinds, and and it's amazing how great the horses do, because first of all, not very many times they're on the racetrack all by themselves, and so they have to go out there and breeze all by themselves. So it's like almost you kicked them out of the nest.
Yeah,
you know,
go ahead and go, boy.
and say, here you go. Now we taught you all we can do right there at the farm, and now you got to go.
That's also a testament to the to the horsemen, because they have to give that horse that confidence, go down the lane all by themselves and do it. And sometimes you get fooled that the ones that maybe not have quite come out of their shell yet, they do it here, and sometimes the one kind of might have peaked before you thought they would have peaked. But at the end of the day, the beauty of this business, a guy can buy a horse for $25,000, a guy can buy a horse for $2 million,
Right.
and they all run at the track at the same level, and sometimes a $25,000 horse
wins the
beats a $2
Derby.
million horse, and vice versa. We want them all to win, and they all have a place where they can fit in. But at the end, it's good that everybody has a chance at the race.
Got a shot.
Well, I think what this venue does is bring to the table these athletes already prepared, like you said, completely done, and really, there's so many other variables that can go wrong afterwards that may not make them a racehorse, but right here it's all pretty much a level playing field. You can go ahead and choose your horse that fits within your price range, or where you race, or what distance you'd like to run on by pedigree. It's a big open book.
Yeah, another football analogy. Everybody, it's that they want the next Tom Brady. They want the horse that kind of is right below the surface, and the talent hasn't quite come to the top, so they get it inexpensively, and those are the ones they're looking for. They're the number one draft choices. Sometimes
the number 5 draft.
And sometimes they become the best horse. Yeah. And they're just like a talented high school quarterback when he's deciding to go to Alabama or Ohio State, and then he hurts his arm in the first practice. He's got to rehab and give him some time and get ready. That's what happens.
And you got to take care of them like the athletes. These horses have to be taken care of, and you have to know, because they can't talk to us. They do, but it's not in a language that we all have learned that easily. And to know when it's coming so we can take care of them. And I always say, I don't really, like Frank said, I don't really believe in reincarnation, but I want to come back as a Hartley Derenzo horse. It's taken care of pretty darn good on that.
That is really what people would appreciate if they spent time here or at the farms, is the tremendous care these horses get. It's the lifeblood of their business, and they need to get taken care of. And everybody does, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense for anybody.
Oh, leaps and bounds, and millions of dollars spent on taking care of them. There, and hiring the right people and employing, oh my God, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people in the industry to take care of them. On that, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And I don't know if our viewers really know that. You ask them, you know anything about horse racing? Well, we've heard of the Kentucky Derby.
That's it. It's just like the people in car racing, the Indy 500, the Daytona 500, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot that happens other than that in car racing. Same thing with horse racing. There's racing in all parts of our country and all parts of the world. And fortunately for us, we as a company have sold horses to someone from 49 states. The only state we haven't sold the horse
don't have racing
is Alaska. Right. And it's a little far, but we got a shot at it. We're not going to give up.
You did have Hawaii? We sold some.
We sold one to somebody in Hawaii.
That's good.
And maybe they race in California. It's a trip to watch them run, and then 43 different countries. So we've exposed this area to a lot of people from a lot of different parts of the world, and that not only helps the horse economy, but once those people come here, guess what? All of a sudden they're buying land. They like it here. We're here in March, and I'm in a short sleeve shirt at 7 o'clock at night, and it's a beautiful place to be.
Yeah. No better place to train a racehorse than Ocala, Florida. That's for sure.
Exactly.
We can get everything we need in a moment's time, and the weather is fantastic, and it's a great place to live. It's a total horse community of all kinds, not just thoroughbreds, as we all know. They call it horse capital of the world.
There's been some fights over
the
that.
nation. Yeah, there's a little fight over it, but we're going to keep it.
But we've got it. We have that locked up, and there are a lot of horses.
We'd like to take a quick break from this episode and acknowledge some of our incredible sponsors. We want to express our deepest gratitude to OBS Sales, More Play Racing, Spurs Chop House, Brookledge Horse Transport, the Green Group Consultants, Advanced Equine Nutrition, Performance Equine Veterinary Care, Equine Innovative Performance Center, Essentia Insurance, and Mid-Florida Credit Union. Their commitment to excellence inspires us every day. Thank you for being the driving force behind this episode of the Leading the Way podcast. For more information on each sponsor, please check out our links in the description of this video.
Moreplay Racing, a rising force in the world of horse racing, born from passion, forged with precision and relentlessness. Moreplay Racing sets the pace in the pursuit of victory. Moreplay Racing isn't just joining the race, we're reshaping it, fueled by the collective strength of our dedicated team. Our commitment to excellence is grounded in our training, strategy, and determination, all with an unmatched frequency. Follow us on our journey at moreplayracing.com.
That's for sure. OBS has been a fantastic company, and it's catered to the sellers and the buyers in all ways, and it's built its business one brick at a time, and made a really good foundation for the 2-year-old sales. And mainly the 2-year-old sales, although there's other sales held here. We got open sales and yearling sales and so forth. But 2-year-old sales has been, I guess, the backbone of this sales company.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in business almost 50 years.
Yeah.
And it's the pioneers of the 2-year-old concept were the people right here that started the company.
The first 6 farms,
They're still here.
They started the company, and there's still a lot of them involved. And I bet you some of those people that are no longer with us might not have dreamed of what we were about to accomplish tomorrow. Sell $60 or $70 million in 3 days would have been unheard of, 50 years ago. We're proud of it. We're proud of where we come. And, like I said, it all comes back to the horse and the ability for us to get the quality horses from the people that sell them.
Yeah, we know that, because I'll tell you what, it's a lot easier to train these quality horses. A lot of people think we put a lot of risk out there because they're expensive when we buy them. But to be honest, they're born to run. And all we have to do is keep them comfortable and happy, like Randy says, and they do it, on that. So it makes it pretty nice, and we've seen more and more of these horses coming into Ocala. I mean, the greatest horses in all of the United States definitely are in Ocala, Florida, all through the winter, getting broke, even the ones that don't come to the sale.
Right.
No question.
On that.
Spring training with we've wanted to
exactly. Yeah.
That's why they have baseball spring training here in Florida, because the weather's nice and they can not miss training, and they can get into normal routine, and it's important that a horse gets normal routine. So
and I think a little bit about spring training.
Yeah.
Where you came from. That's for sure. Mr. Steinbrenner back in the day on that.
They have a beautiful farm here too.
Oh yeah, gorgeous.
Yeah, and they keep that going. But so I wanted to thank you personally, and I imagine everybody else does, for allowing everybody to get together and let the hair down and relax and get ready for a big day tomorrow. And it's going to be a big day.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a big day.
Let's get it started.
Big 2 days. Let's put it that way.
3 days.
3 days. Big 3 days. Yeah,
don't lose count. You probably sell some horses on the third day. Thank you very much. And we're geared up, and 11 o'clock we'll kick it off. You can stream it right there at obssales.com and watch it live. And it'll be if you've never watched the horse sale, it's exciting. You need to stream in and log in and watch.
So let's tell the viewers how to do it. How do we do it?
You go to obssales.com. It's very easy. There'll be a link there. You click on it. You watch it streaming live, and you can watch the horses sell. Some of them will sell for $200,000. Some of them will sell for $30,000, and some of them will sell for $1.2 million. So we hope we have more of the latter than the former. So, but either way, it's exciting to see. And if you are in the Ocala area, it is an event that if you've been to auctions, a horse auction, thoroughbred horse auction specifically, is different than any other type of auction, because it's a little more cat and mouse, and you don't really know who's bidding on the horse. And if you really don't know that much about horses, all you see is 4 legs and a tail, and you kind of scratch your head when
That's
one
right.
brings 50 and the next one brings 500.
Right.
So
And they were all beautiful.
it's fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Well, I thank you for taking a little bit of time. I know you're probably tired. A lot of work going on here. But take some time with us so we can get this out to the viewers. We have lots of viewers and listeners because we go either both video podcast and we have audio podcast on that. But I want to wrap it up with Hartley Derenzo leading the way, Tom Ventura, Randy Hartley, Dean Derenzo. And if you like what you see, you like us on Instagram, and definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom.
I'd like to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, Haggard Pharmacy. If your horse is struggling from ulcers from time to time, they've got some good news for you. Reline GI by Haggard has a new and improved formula, and scientific studies show that it definitely improves gut health. So what's new about Reline GI? It's made with a new beta-glucan that stimulates the immune system to work on targeted areas of horse's stomach. Plus, there's also a new price that can save you nearly $100 a gallon. Visit resolveit.com, resolvet.com, to learn more about the new Reline GI. A link will be in the description of this video.